Tony is on the line in Tampa. Question for Ken Coleman today. Hey, Tony, what's up?
Hey, Dave. Hey, Ken. How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Doing good. Just lost my job this morning. I'm 24 years old, going on 25, and I just lost my job, and it was a six-figure income. So, a hard job to find.
Wow. What in the world happened, and what were you doing?
So I've been in the car business my whole life, kind of just got thrown into it. The whole family, everybody's in the car business for the same company. I was selling lots of cars, first place every single month, and, some of the cars that we're selling, they had, bad Carfax. I'd work with a guy for 5 days straight, and the Carfax would be bad. And I decided to leave the Carfax, out of the, I didn't show the guy the Carfax, so I guess that could have been a lawsuit or something, and they ended up firing me. It was Mercedes-Benz, so, they're real strict with everything. You leave the toilet seat open, you might get clipped.
Well, first of all, we're sorry. This is not a fun day, but I want to at least encourage your heart for a moment. You're going to survive. You've got to learn from this. Anytime something like this happens, you don't want to move on from this. You want to take as much personal responsibility as you need to and then figure out, okay, what do I learn from that, not let that happen again, and move forward. So six-figure income, we've got to ask on the Dave Ramsey Show, where are you at financially? Where are you at in the baby steps? Do you have any kind of emergency fund?
Yeah, I've been putting a little money away. I know my job's real strict, and the security there is not too good. Just by, knowing where the managers are at mentally and that kind of thing, they're just real strict with everything. I've only worked there. Now, I said six-figure income, but I've only worked there. This is my third month there, and my first, second, and this month I'm all in first place with Perfect CSI, which is, your surveys that come back. So my customers love me, but I was thinking with emotion more than I was with my head, so I know that's where I went wrong.
Well, Tony, so where are you at? Do you have an emergency fund at all? What is it? How much?
Yeah, I have about $15,000 saved up.
Do you have any debt?
Yes, I do.
How much?
My bills every month are right around $2,000 a month.
Yeah, but how much debt do you need to pay off? If you look at all the money you owe, how much is that?
How much debt do I need to pay off? I'm sorry. Yeah. No debt to pay off. I'm renting my apartment, and my car is leased. I know you hate that, Dave, but it is leased.
All right, Dave, I'll let you handle the money stuff in a second. Here's what you need to do, Tony. You really need to, I think, ask yourself the question, why did you do what you did, which got you in a situation where there was a clear company policy and you violated it, and they take that stuff serious, and as a result, you're out of a job. So you really need to reflect on that. We don't want to beat up on you, but that's important. Secondly, do you love sales? You're 24. Do you like to sell?
Yeah, I love to sell in certain environments. So there's certain places I've sold at that I didn't enjoy. The first real job that I did like was Mercedes, the clientele, the money, of course, and the cars. I enjoyed selling the cars. All
right, you're 24. What did you go to school for? Did you go to school, and what was it for? What was your major?
I started college, and I was just going to get a business management degree because I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I was like, just to go to school for something. I ended up stopping school after about 2 years, once it started coming out of my pocket. I just really, didn't care about what they had to say. I was more interested in making money and that kind of thing. So for a couple of years, I was a professional poker player.
Okay. Well, Tony, you're all over the place, so I'm going to give you a couple pieces of advice, and this is something you're going to need to do actively. First things first is you've got a little bit of a cushion with that $15,000. You're single. I'd get rid of the lease, obviously. Dave can speak to that. But I want you to sit down with 3 people. You can make it 5 or 7, I don't care, but some people who really know you. They care enough about you to tell you the honest truth. They'll be blatantly, brutally honest with you. And I want you to ask the question of yourself and then let them answer it, which is, what is your greatest talent? What do you do better than anything else? And then what do you care about? If you love selling, but you want to sell something that lines up with your values, it matters to you, then that's where you need to be heading. But before you even make that big decision, you need to get employed, and you need to lick your wounds here and also learn some valuable lessons. Dave?
Tony, my son is 25. And this is what I would tell him if I heard this story from him. Number one, you have a tremendous upside. You have a gift with people, and you have the ability to sell. What sometimes comes with that is a BS artist, and you've been BSing, even on the phone here. Toilet seat up is way different than freaking not giving a Carfax report. You should have been fired. You deserved it. Not because you're not a good salesman, but because you completely violated the thing here. I'm a Mercedes customer. Yep. You completely violated that. You would have been fired if you were working for me. And I would have cried because you're such a good salesman when I fired you. And I would have cried for you because I wouldn't want to break your little heart. But, man, you just completely stepped in it. And you cannot allow your gift with people to think that entitles you to cut corners. That's the poker thing, that's cutting corners. That's the going around the Carfax thing, that's cutting corners. Your gift with people doesn't give you the right to cut corners. It demands that you go right through the middle and that integrity become your number one goalpost that you check everything on from this day forward. If you'll take that with your personal gift with people, you're going to make $200,000 a year for the rest of your life. Yep. You're going to be very wealthy. You're going to have a lot of healthy, great customers because I can tell you this about you. You like selling a quality product. Mercedes is a quality product, and you like dealing with intelligent customers because most of Mercedes customers are well-heeled. They love that product because it's a quality product. Most of them are very successful themselves. They're easy to sell to for that reason. Again, I'm one of them, but you got to take that other little piece of this and digest that part of it from today and make that your goalpost. So I'm going to be the first one in your corner. Like Ken said, put 3 people in your corner that loves you enough to tell you the truth. You have a tremendous gifting, young man. You can be anything you want to be. You could be the CEO of a major company with your ability to deal with people and your ability to sell. But you will never achieve that if you shortcut, if you think if you think you get to go around the side of something because of your verbal gymnastics. Ken, you and I both have that ability, and so it's talking to both of us. I've done the exact same crap when I was his age.
Here's the deal, Dave. This is a roadblock or a stop sign that he created for himself. And it's a gift at 24 to go, wait a second, this is a temptation for anybody who loves to sell. You know this.
Any of us that know how to use a word properly and turn a phrase.
There's a thrill in getting the deal done.
Yep.
And it'll cause us to be tempted to cut corners, like you said, Dave, and end up getting ourselves in big trouble. Know why you love to sell and love what you are selling so you're not tempted to cut corners.
So if you get this lesson from this firing, you'll look back when you're 34 and when
Best
you're
thing that ever
54,
happened.
and you'll say, this is the best day of my life.
Absolutely right.
If you take the lesson away that they were right. They were not petty. Toilet seat up is petty. You tried to match it up with petty. It was not petty.
That's right.
It was deserved. But you're a good man, and you've got the ability to make big money and do the right thing with this gifting, and you're gonna be somebody, dude. You call me back, and I'll help you, I promise. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.